Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Will-to-Will Racing, powered by Jade Finance Australia. Tonight we are in the Group 4 cars in France at Osage Village. Joining me tonight in the commentary box is Dodgy86. How you going, Dodgy?
Yeah, g'day Adam, good thanks. Howdy punters, it is so good to be here with you in this picturesque little village in France. It has been a ball terror of a week in training and in practice, and I reckon tonight's race is just going to blow our minds, so I am looking forward to it 100%.
Yeah, I think we're in for a really good race here. On visuals tonight we have the lovely herbal green tea. How are you, Herbs?
Hey Adam, good evening everybody. Hey Dodgy, yeah, looking forward to seeing this race around Alsace, and I hope I catch everybody's best moments. Yeah, thanks Adam.
No worries. So yeah, tonight we're in the Group 4s, and this is our second Enduro of Season 10. So the guys will be doing 29 laps around here, and they'll have two tyres available, the medium and the soft tyre, and the soft tyre will be compulsory. And with that said, we'll open the track for our 10-minute qualifying session, and after that we'll get the race underway.
Sounds awesome. Now, medium and softs is the first thing that comes to mind tonight, Adam, watching these guys go out. This track has, especially with some all-wheel drive cars in here, been absolutely shredding those tyres. What do you think is going to happen between the softs and mediums tonight?
Yeah, so the past few races we've had the hard tyre available, and we thought we'd mix it up a little bit. Talking to some of the forward drive runners, they've complained that the tyres don't last even on the mediums, so they've got their work cut out for them. Yeah, we could even see a potential 4-stop is what I've heard from some of the forward drive runners, so that'll be interesting.
Wow, well, let's go through, shall we, and have a look at who we've got at the moment. We've got out the front in the FR McLaren, Tombo and Ando both, although Ando's getting battered around a bit, in the shake and bake liveries. And I think Corbin's just jumped up there too.
Yeah, it looks like they're almost racing already. In second, yeah, you got Ando, but closely behind him you've got Corbin, who's usually racing in Div 2, although he's filled in for his Div 1 driver Scooter 82 in the L-Plan Mitsubishi Evo as he lets Apex Humper by and go. So you got Apex Humper now in third and Captain Lowside in fourth.
Yeah,
so we jump around here.
They are jumping around a bit. We'll jump past Corbin and go down to Zoo. I've seen Zoo on track a bit in practice this week. And he is hurting with those tyres. He's in one of the all-wheel drive Subarus. Behind Zoo, we've got another man who has my commiserations this week in the only front-wheel drive, the Scirocco. So hopefully Steph Coe can nurse those tyres to a happy ending.
Yeah, behind DJ, maybe one of the favourites here tonight, we've got KZ in that BMW. And behind KZ, we've got Dale Teagues in the damn WRX.
Another one, along with his teammate, Fixer Chris in another BMW. I've watched a few BMWs this week, and they have been on fire. Their launch is awesome. They're getting off the line and beating everyone. So Fixer Chris, if he teams up with KZ tonight, I think those two might make a likely pair to be on the podium at the end. And following him is Goat 13, who I think it was just last week or the week before joined Div 1 permanently this season. So it's good to see him having another good show up there in the Corvette.
Yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on is Fixer Chris and KZ in the BMWs. I'm sure they'll do well, although Fixer Chris gets on the grass and that'll be his lap gone. We might jump up to the top and see what Tombo is doing in number 1. As he comes around that big bank corner. Looks like they've got quite a stiff setup along here because the cars seem to be bouncing around these corners quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a very tight track for brakes too. You've got to have your sensitivity there because you are braking under load with this track. A lot of the corners are off camber and it can throw you out of the corner quite easily. So you have to be very gentle and nurse this car through the whole track basically.
Yeah, so Tombo's coming up to the last few sets of corners. These corners can make or break a lap if you get them wrong. So he's just coming around the last corner now. He'll be flat. Let's see what he comes across. He does in a 158.9. His teammate behind him is about to come across the line now. 159.8. Apex Upper takes second position with a 159.5. So at the moment, Tombo is the man to beat with a 158.9. The only one person in the 158s at the moment.
Yeah, which is, I expected nearly everyone here to be in the 58s. I was almost sure we'd see a low 58, a top 57, because I know at race pace some of these guys are pulling out 59s and the occasional 58. So this one lap dash, we'll see what happens when they get a bit of an empty tank for the second half of quali. Fresh tyres and empty tank, I'm sure they can pull it into the 57s then.
Yeah, some of the guys have already opted to go back into the pits and change the tyres as the fuel is on, so they'll want to burn as much fuel as possible, get fresh tyres, and then they can be able to set their fastest laps.
Yep. I seem to be having an issue with Corbin here. He seems to be stuck in the pits, and Goat seems to be stuck in the pits for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same here. Hopefully we'll be able to start the race, but we'll jump on with Tombo again, as he's not too far from the end here. So that McLaren, they had great success last week in the wet at Red Bull, and they want to replicate that here tonight. I know the Shake and Bake guys have put in a lot of practice this week again. So I am expecting some big things out of them.
Yeah, every week with those guys, they do practice hard, and that's why they've won the last 2 seasons on the trot and are trying to get their third. It's a very tall order from where they are at the moment, I believe, but probably not impossible, but very damn close.
Yeah, so Tombo's opted to pull out that lap, jump in the pits for some fresh tyres. We've got Apex coming up the hill now in second at the moment. He's on fresher tyres, so actually this is his out lap, so he'll start a flying lap once he starts the start-finish line.
I'm wondering how Cap's going to go in that Jag. The Jag has been a good car for him this season. It's been very sturdy, but I'm not sure how it's going to go on its tyres. I haven't heard good things about it this week, but it's still a solid entry.
Yeah, Cap's had a mixed season so far. He's done well in the Group 3s, hasn't really got a handle on the Group 4s yet. But he's a class driver, and I'm sure it'll, hopefully it'll come to him this round, and he'll be able to get up there on the podium.
Yeah, and this is a very long race, 29 laps around here. While it is one of my favourite original GT tracks, it's very flowing and you seem to get in the rhythm. It takes a lot of concentration, and if there's one thing I've seen through all the practice this week is I don't think I've noticed anyone not go off the track at some stage of the week. So anything could happen with this tonight and you could end up anywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Very long race here, and it's not about being the fastest, but probably about being the most consistent and trying to conserve those tyres. Although it is a short pit stop here, so I believe it's only about 10 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Sort of been told anyway.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so we could see someone do an extra shot and try and chase people down. Well,
we've got Stefko seems to be handling that Scirocco okay. He's done a 2:01. 2:01 I think is going to be dead on race pace around here, if not for your medium or late soft laps. So hopefully he gets it around. It just doesn't seem to be doing what he wants it to at the moment.
got Apex coming around the last corner now in second. It's about to finish his lap, and he improves by 0.3, but still in the 159s. Don't think Apex will be very happy with that.
And Goat still back in the pits, is he? He's just popped up to third.
Yeah, so he must be out there on or he must be out there on track setting time. So yeah, at the moment
he's just popped up to second on mine too, unless that means Apex has just gone back to the pits.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Looks like Apex. Oh no, he's about to go out again. So far we've got Tombo out in first. The only person in the 158s he'll be cheering, I reckon.
Yep, we must be almost at the 10-minute mark. I don't know if we're going to get another lap pulled off here or not.
Yeah, actually I think Tombo might be the only one that gets to finish his lap because we only got 45 seconds left. Although he is 6/10 down on this lap, so I don't know if he'll be able to improve.
Teeks is at the back of the grid at the moment. I think he must have gone off and into the pits and not come back on, so it's hard to tell where they all are at this moment. We'll see when we grid up.
Alright, just let them know that they've got 20 seconds until the qualifying is over. They may want to jump into the pits and change to mediums.
How do you think they're going to go? Do you think we're going to see everyone try the mediums out, or do you think you're going to see some guys try softs for the whole race?
Well, I thought the the medium tyre might last longer than it actually is. So, I mean, I've heard that some guys are just going to do all soft running. But yeah, hopefully we see the medium. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of different strategies here, I believe, so.
Yeah,
a very interesting race.
There have been all week. I still think some guys haven't decided on their strategy yet, and they won't until a couple of laps in. It has been that tricky to work out which is going to be the best strat to go with. And here we are on grid.
Yeah, so Tombo takes pole position. Very happy with that. So you got Tombo, Apex Humper, and Goat. 1, 2, 3. So we got the lights going on now. 5 lights, and we're off. Oh, and we've got someone stuck on the grid.
Yeah,
Goat.
Goat is stuck on the grid, and Corbin.
Yeah, I've got Corbin out there, so I dare say Goat's still going around. They're just going to have to dodge him. Oh, that
KZ's
was
around.
KZ.
Yeah, in 9th.
Such a close start. This corner 3, turn 3 is going to be a doozy for the first lap.
Do you think we should red flag it and try, because we've got a long race to go with 2 people stuck on the grid?
Well, that's totally up to you, sir. If you want to red flag it, they will have to redo their tunes if they do.
And they'll have to redo quali too, won't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see how they go. We'll see if Goat should be getting around out there. But meanwhile, Apex is in the lead to start. We've got him on softs. I'll give you a quick rundown of the tyres. Tombo's on softs. We've got Zoo on softs. I'm going to say Stefko has run with the mediums to start. All the way down in 9th. He's our first medium runner. And our only medium runner. So, as Tombo gives Apex a nudge up in first, but lets him go, redresses the situation, but allows Zoo to come up close to Tombo.
Yeah, so Apex would have got a brilliant start because of the forward drive capabilities of the WRX, but his tyres definitely going to cop some punishment being out in front. I thought that he might have followed Tombo around as when you're in the slip, you can save a little bit of tyre.
He seems to be getting a little pull away from Tombo now and then as he takes a bit of grass out of turn 1.
Yeah, so you've got Zuzu right on the tail of Tombo here. He'll be itching to get past and help his teammate Apex Umper try and pull a gap on the rest of the field.
Yeah, I think this is what we'll see with the fresh tyres of these all-wheel drives. I dare say after lap 3, those Beamers and McLarens are going to start leaving them behind. It's going to be really hard for these guys to defend their position, sliding all over the place. So cross our fingers, and I know Apex can make that car pretty wide.
Yeah, you can already see the difference in the front tyre wear of Apex and Tombo. Apex in the 4-drive car has a little bit more, definitely you can tell the difference. But he's pulling out a gap. He's at 1.1 seconds now from Tombo.
Yeah, we've got Ando back in 6th position here behind Cap. I fully expected him to be up a bit higher. I'm not sure if we missed some action there with Ando, but he's probably, him and Cap are the closest out of all the cars by the look at it at the moment, and Ando takes some grass.
Yeah, very easy to do on that corner there, yeah.
It is, it's a definite lift at the bottom of that corner, and if you get back on it too early, it does throw you straight out to the side. So, like a lot of the corners here, you have to be very patient before you put that accelerator down. Oh, looks like Stefko took a bit of wall there coming out of that last turn too.
Yeah, again, easy to do. I think Captain took some wall coming out of that corner as well. If you get on the power too early, you'll just understeer into that corner, or into that wall, I should say. So at the moment the closest battle is for second place, with Zuzu hassling Tombo as he looks down the inside, although Tombo closes the door. This is playing into the hands of Apex Umper here, because Tombo has to look into his rearview mirror and try and defend from Zuzu. It's just allowing Apex to run away. He's got a 1.8 second gap now.
It is a very big fuel race, this one as well, even though it doesn't look it. Everyone says it's about tyres, but there's a point in this race where if you're saving enough fuel, you don't have to fully refuel to get through. So if you save a good amount, you might only be putting 60% back in. So that you can definitely get a big gain in the pits here on fuel as well. So while it is very much about tyre preservation, if you can remember to look after your fuel, you are going to see the dividends for that one in the end as well.
Oh, Tombo runs deep.
Tombo's gone wide.
Yeah, he's on the grass. It allows Zuzu past, and he's going to come under pressure by Fixer Chris here. So early mistake from Tombo there. It's allowed Zuzu to get past him.
Tombo being a controller driver on this track as well, on a track that chews tyres on a controller. Oh, I can't imagine how many bullets he's sweating at the moment trying to get this car around this track.
Yeah, just looking at his tyre wear though, it's on par with a lot of the other people, so he's doing well.
Fixer Chris in 4th there behind Tombo is just biding his time at the moment. He seems to be taking very smooth lines. He's not trying to push it. He's not trying to be too anxious about getting up to the pointy end. I think he's just sitting there waiting, going, my time will come. Just wait for the BMW to fall into line.
Yeah, these guys know it's a long race, and they've, just got to keep it clean, stay on the black stuff, and yeah, this might be a race one in the pit stops. So if you're out there dodgy, what car would you want to be in? What do you think is the ideal car around this track?
Look, I can't fault the Supra around here. I've been in the Supra all week, and it's been going great. I think about, as a car compared to the Jag, it's probably a little bit better around this track than the Jag. But probably the one I've seen doing the best, it'd have to be the BMW. Even though I can't drive them, they're not my style, but the BMW has definitely been OP that I've seen so far this week. I could say the McLarens, but that's just Tombo and Ando, they're always quick.
Yeah, just looking at KZ down in 11th, his front tyre wear is quite significant at the moment. It might be because of the spin he had, or he's been pushing really hard to try and catch up to this pack. But yeah, it looks quite a lot more than his teammate in Fixer Chris, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Apex out of the front runners, even compared to Zoo, I think Apex has the worst tyres out of the lot. And Tombo's probably the worst on the rears.
Yeah, so we might even see some guys coming into the pits at the end of this lap here. From what I've been told, might be seeing some six lap stints on the soft tyre.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised looking at the tyres of some of these guys now. The likes of Ando, I think he might be able to stay out. Ando has been practicing a lot at going for long stints lately. And that could explain why he's quite happy to sit back there, even though he did get past Cap, and as Cap goes out onto the grass. And he is starting to catch up with Chris as well, but his tyres aren't that bad.
Oh no, Tombo's on the grass in third. Oh, it manages to hold it. He got very sideways there. Very lucky for Tombo there that he didn't go around, and he's run deep into this corner here. It's going to open the door for Fix Chris as he goes past. And his teammate Ando is going to pass him as well.
Wow, that's unfortunate. He's lost 2 spots for that, and if he doesn't get a shuffle on, I think Cap might have his nose up under his wing shortly, looking for a spot as well.
Yeah, and as suspected, we've got Apex Empire coming into the pits. His teammate continues on. Fixer Chris continues. Yeah, just looks like Apex is into the pits. Only one.
Should come out just behind Stefko, maybe. Oh, I can see Corbin there now. Corbin's behind Stefko for me. Look at that.
For me, Corbin is still on the starting grid. So you'll have to let us know how Corbin's travelling. And just to keep you updated, KZ has just jumped into the pits as well. He just got some fresh tyres and he's out.
Got those times wrong. He jumped Apex come out in front of Stefko. Well, I don't think Zoo's going to be doing much more than this lap. His front tyres are getting very, very worn out. Chris may be able to go for another one, but Ando is still top of the pops for his tyres at the moment. I reckon he's got another at least 2 laps left in him. I think he might be going for an 8 or 9 stint.
Yeah, he's done very well, Ando, to keep his tyres in a fairly good shape here. Just to keep you updated, Apex Humper has gotten past Captain Lowe's side and now passing Dale Teeks. So he got through those back runners quite easily, obviously on the fresh tyre.
And it is a definite thing here too. The even the softs versus the mediums, you can just gobble up those drivers in front if you've got a fresh set of softs in no time. You'll just catch them and they're gone. So it's definitely worth it, in my opinion, to keep if you're going to run mediums, keep your softs to last, and also try and keep a lap or two up your sleeve so you have some fresh softs for the last laps.
So there we have it. We've got Ando and Tobo going around again. So we had Corbin, Zuzu and Fixer Chris come into the pits for fresh rubber.
Yep, Corbin did too.
And the Shake and Bake boys going around again.
And now Corbin's stuck in the pits for a minute, so that's going to be an ongoing issue, I reckon.
While Corbin's stuck in the pits, I can see Goat. And Goat's down in 13th position, so on lap 5 he did a 2:15, so he's obviously had some issues there. But we'll jump back on with Apex in 3rd position. So he stopped for fresh tyres, and he's already caught up to 1st and 2nd, who Ando and Jumbo, who haven't stopped. So it looks like Apex Umber will be doing the 4-stop, and Ando and Tombo doing a 3-stop.
Yeah, I think these guys.
Apex
these
Umber
guys
just gives Tombo a little kiss on that rear bumper.
getting him back for the first lap when Tombo did the same to him. But Ando and Tombo do really have to think about this undercut situation as well. You know, they are going to get the benefit of not having that stop if that's what they're doing. They're eliminating the stop. But if Apex gets position on these guys, I don't care how bad his tyres are, he's still going to defend and do it well.
Yeah, so Tumbo has jumped in the pits while his teammate Ando out in first is going around again. And Captain also has jumped in the pits. Yeah, Ando's shown himself to be a bit of a tyre master in GT7. There's been a few races where he's been able to run the longest because of his tyre conservation.
Yeah, I put that down to as well the tuning. This is the first season with wheel-to-wheel that we've had tuning. With GT7 we chose to go that way because of the BOP situation at the time. And you can really tune these cars well to give yourself an extra lap or two on tyres if you know what you're doing. And Ando spends a lot of time working out what he's doing with those tunes, so I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah, and Ando defending heavily here in the early stages. He knows he'll try and keep Apex behind him as long as he can to make that 3-stopper of his work. Although Apex on the fresher tyre should have the run here on the outside. Although Ando gets a good run out of that corner, Apex will have the inside here, and that should be it. Apex makes the move and seals that position. He'll just run away now. I think we'll probably see Ando possibly come in for the pits.
Yeah, I think you're right. After that, I think he'll. The tyres got a bit worn out trying to defend that. It would have been prudent then maybe just to let Apex pass on the softs. But hey, if you're coming into the pits anyway, why not upset his apple cart a little?
Yeah, so we've got Tombo in third. He's just passing the start-finish line now. Ando Jess on the jack stands down now. He's going to come out just behind his teammate. And Dale Teeks, before these sets of stops, he was down there in, what was it, like 7th or 8th position. He's now in 4th, so doing really well here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I only saw Dale come on today for the first time. So I'm not sure if he's done that much practice this week or not. But Alsace is one of those tracks that we've done in a multitude of cars in wheel-to-wheel. Last time we did it was in GR2s. So a lot of the guys remember this track and remember it well. And I think Dale is one of those guys because he was like a fish to water when he jumped on there today.
Yeah, Dale finding his feet very quick here in the GR4 WRX and up there in fourth, and it's good to see Dale up there. He's had a tough few rounds, so yeah, good to see Dale back up in the fight.
It's interesting to note Stefko back in ninth as well is on mediums again. I'm wondering if that's because of the tyre wear issue with the Scirocco front wheel drive. Whether it's just not manageable on softs, so he might be saving the very end for one little soft stint.
Oh, yellow flag. Oh, Ando's around.
Oh, into the... Oh, I thought he was going to collect Chris then too.
He'll be very upset with that. Is his strategy out the window. He's going to have to think on the fly here. Did we see what happened there, Herbs?
Yeah, we got the... we weren't really close enough. So, yeah, probably not.
Must have, coming around that corner, going up the hill, I probably caught some grass and spun it on the grass, I reckon.
Yeah, well, that's not the first time, is it? We mentioned that a couple of laps ago that he'd hit that grass out there. Meanwhile, Apex seems to have taken a 10-second lead over Tombo. I'm quite shocked, actually. He's doing a ball terror of a race in that all-wheel drive.
Yeah, considering his tyre wear on those front tyres, which are probably about 60, he's only got about 60% left on those tyres. His last lap was a 2-minute flat, and if we go back to Tombo, he's still got fresh soft tyres, and his last lap was a 2-minute flat as well. So it's Apex doing really well on those worn tyres, putting in some very good lap times here.
Yeah, and Dale's still a couple of laps away from having to pit. His tyres are pretty good. So my guess is he'll be coming in at about lap 12. Same with Zoo and Cap. I'm thinking all these guys are going to end up on the same strategy at the moment.
Yeah, and we've got Zuzu there in fourth on the tail of his teammates, Dale Teeks. Do you think there'll be any team orders? Zuzu is a team boss for Dam Racing. Will he be asking for Dale to move over?
I think he'll say, Dale, move over and throw me a beer across as I go past.
Another Dam driver, Apex Humper, our race leader, has jumped in the pits for fresh tyres.
That seems a lap early to me.
It does, yeah. I mean, he was out there with a 10-second lead. Probably could have went one more.
Yeah, maybe he's getting rid of that short stint now, because you will need one short stint if you're doing sixes, being a 29-lap race. But I would have thought it best to leave the short one for the end so you had the fresher tyres.
Yeah, down there in ninth position, we've got DJ and Ando fighting. DJ on the medium tyre and Ando on the soft. Be able to make an easy pass here on DJ as he goes up the inside. Easy pass there for Ando.
KZ there in seventh. Not quite where I was expecting him to be. He seems to be running a nice solitary race back there, doing his own thing. You know, KZ for most of the season actually has been up the pointy end in most of the battles. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes back at the end of the race, whether it's just a sit-back strategy and take it easy, or if he's actually having issues in that BMW.
Yeah, so he's not doing too bad considering how that spin on lap 1. Only 12 seconds off the lead, although he'll probably have to jump into the pits on this lap as his tyres are pretty shot. His teammate up ahead, Fixer Chris, Captain Lowe's side, Zuzu and Dale Teeks are starting to bunch up.
Cap seems to be looking after his tyres pretty well compared to the others around him too. Both Chris behind and Zoo in front are very worn on their tyres, but Chris has just hit half on his petrol, so he's definitely doing a good fuel save in that Beamer, which is what they are known for at the moment. But Cap's Jag seems to be drinking it. It's really, he's almost down to a third of a tank already.
Yeah, she is a bit thirsty, that Jag. And just to keep you guys updated up the front, Apex has gotten past Tombo here. We'll see if Tombo can stick with Apex. Although Apex is on that fresher rubber.
Yeah, and these guys seem to be matching each other on fuel as well, so I don't think they're going to get any particular gains in the pit on fuel. It's all tyres for these guys by the look of it, as Tombo drops his right rear off the track just then.
It's actually quite interesting between the dam drivers that we've got Apex, and if you look at his fuel load, what's that about? Maybe 35-40% left on his car.
Yep.
And if you go down to Dale, he's probably got about maybe 45%. So Dale and Zuzu are better on fuel than their teammate Apex.
Yeah, Apex are probably using a little more to get past the likes of Tombo and Ando at the front. And I can imagine once you're in front, he'd be using a bit more to stay in front. Well, I think Tombo just got a bit of that wall then. So, yeah, I would expect him to be using a little more. But, if I was in his ear, I'd be saying you could probably afford to back off a bit. No need to push it too much. I don't think Tombo's got what it takes to catch you at the moment.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them jumps in the pits. Dale, Zuzu, KZ, and Fixer Chris, and Corbin. Pits.
Yeah, I seem to be swapping every pit stop. Corbin will come out or Goat will come out. I lied, now they're both stuck in there for me.
Yeah, both stuck in there as well for me.
Okay. So we'll just do a quick run through. We've hit about the 1/3 of the way marker now, so we've got Apex out there at the moment in the lead on his soft tyres with a bit under a third of a tank, and he's got 2.8 seconds on Tombo, and then Tombo has got a further 9.3 back to Cap.
Yeah, Captain down there in third position, and behind him in fourth, 6 seconds off Captain, we've got Ando 787 after suffering that spin, I think, on lap 8. And then behind Ando, we've got Dale Teeks. He's only 1.5 seconds away from Ando. Although his teammate now takes 5th position as Dale ran a little bit wide there.
Yep, that's Zoo for you. He's stuck the nose in and gone, nope, don't need team orders, Dale. I'm there, never fear. But then that's now skipped back past Dale down to Fixer Chris, who is 22.5 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Old Fixer Chris on a fresh set of softs.
Yeah, and behind Fixer Chris in 8th position, we have DJ Stefko in that Scirocco. He's running around on the medium tyre. And behind DJ, we've got KZ, who is closing the gap on DJ. Should be able to get past him maybe by the end of this back straight here.
Just an interesting thing with DJ and how bad those tyres are. Looking at his tyres, he's on the mediums and he's on just a bit over half wear on the front, almost basically half, and all you can see is 1 millimetre of wear on the rears. So that car must be so hard to handle around this track at the moment. Those tyres are just woeful.
Yeah, and as you alluded to before, that's probably the reason why he's running around on the medium tyre, because I couldn't imagine the wear on the soft tyre. He'd probably only get 2 or 3 laps out of him.
Yep, very scary. I think he's just sealed the fate of the Scirocco in wheel-to-wheel for the future. I don't think anyone's going to be game enough to jump in that thing after seeing the tyre wear at this track.
I think you're right there. So if we jump back up to first, we've got a 6-second gap back to Tombo. Although Tombo, I believe, is doing a 3-stop where Apex is doing a 4.
Had a bit of a collision with Fixer Chris and Dale back in 6th and 7th. That's going to slow them down a bit. Probably lost 2 or 3 seconds there.
Yeah, and actually if we jump up into 4th or 5th, we've got Zuzu on the tail of Ando here. Zuzu on much fresher tyres. So we'll be looking to make a move on Ando.
Ando seems to be suffering a bit more tyre wear this time around. I mean, he pushed 9 laps before. If he was going to push it again and go to 18, I would have expected to see a bit less wear, but his wear is very even. He definitely has that thing dialed in where he wants it.
Although he is using a lot more fuel than the WRXs around here.
Yeah, I was going to compare to Tombo, but Tombo refueled in his last pit stop, so I would have thought he was fueled to the end, but I'm not sure actually.
So we got 14 laps to go here. I would say he'd be fueled to the end.
Yeah, it should be close.
We'll take this minute to shout out our Season 10 sponsors. Just like to thank Jade Finance Australia for being our major sponsor for Season 10. Jade Finance Australia, a commercial lending specialist who look after new and used lending for cars, boats, caravans, trucks and plant machinery. So if you're in the market for any of those, be sure to contact Jade Finance on 1300 000 003 or head to their website jade.finance. Also, we'd like to thank BQS Group. BQS Group is an integral provider of transport and logistics solutions Australia-wide since 2003. The team at BQS have been customising solutions for their broad range of clients and partners. You can find out more at bqs.com.au. So I'd like to thank those two sponsors, and we'll thank our other sponsors a little bit later in the race. As we've got Fixer Chris and Dale Teeks down there in 4th and 3rd. Chris has been doing a great job on his fuel here, and he'll be looking to get past Dale as soon as possible, I think.
KZ seems to be moving on up. He's up to 5th. I'm not sure if it's just some pit stops that are playing in there. But the 2 guys behind him, Tombo and Cap, have definitely pitted just recently by their tyres. But he's not given up. He's definitely got this thing by the scruff of the neck and giving it a red hot go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, after that spin on lap 1, he's had to fight back and probably push harder than he wanted to. But at the moment, he's not doing too bad down there in 5th position. Up ahead, his teammate Fixer Chris is all over Dale here. Will he try and make a move into this heavy braking zone? No, he takes the wide line. On the cut back, he's going to get the run. No, Dale covers it. Dale doing a great job here defending from Fixer Chris. And his Dale's teammate Apex is in the pits. And Apex is taking fuel. So he'll be in there for a while. Be interesting to see where Apex comes out in comparison to Tombo. Oh no, he did take fuel, but yeah, he took fuel probably for one stint. Interesting strategy there.
Didn't want to lose too much time in the pits. Well, it is... I'm not sold. I have been told that in this game, it does take some tenths for the fuel rig to connect and disconnect from the vehicle. So therefore, you know, if you can do all your refueling at once, that's a bonus. You're going to save yourself a couple of tenths. But then I would argue if you're racing on a fuel tank that's twice as heavy, in the long run, is that going to cost you more than that couple of tenths?
Well, yeah, that's right. If you got a lighter car, you should theoretically have less tyre wear. So I assume that's what Apex is thinking as well, and that's why he's chosen to do a short stint on the fuel.
And that's probably why he's leading the wheel-to-wheel Alien League at the moment. With, I think, for the first 3 weeks there, it was a perfect round. He had himself a turkey in bowling parlance, but lately I think the Shake and Bake boys have been giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, definitely the Shake and Bake boys have shown some pace. But speaking about the teams, we do have a damn 1-2-3 at the moment. So these guys are having a good run here at Old Saatchi.
Not what I expected. Not what I expected at all with the all-wheel drives. I thought these guys would be struggling a bit more. I mean, it is only just over halfway, so it'll be interesting to see how it does iron itself out. But hey, boys, go for it.
Yeah, I must admit I had a chat with Apex Hump throughout the week, and he wrote himself off because of the wear in the forward drive. So he might be somewhat surprised that he's up there at the pointy end, but I'm sure he'll be happy nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't know how long he's going to stay behind Zoo with those fresh... Oh, there we go. Having the fresh softs on. Zoo's just gone out a bit wide and let him through, knowing that he's just come out of the pits recently. On a purple as well.
Yeah, and being teammates who just moved over, let him straight past. Yeah, so we've got a damn 1-2-3 at the moment, and then we've got Scuderia Quadrifoglio in 4th and 6th. Fourth and 5th. And then we have Shake and Bake in 6th and 7th.
Wow, you don't see that often.
Although we might see a change here as Fixer Chris looks up the inside of Dale Teeks. Got a really good run around that bank corner, but Dale Teeks closed the door on Fixer Chris.
We were here last time, I think. Fixer's trying again to go out that wide line and get the crisscross happening.
Yeah, I mean, Dale's going to have to come in the pits this lap as his fuel gauge is flashing. Fixer Chris will probably do the same and jump Dale in the pits because he's got more fuel. We've also got Zuzu coming in the pits as expected. Dale will follow him, so will Chris, and so will KZ.
this isn't the last stop yet either. Still one more to go. You wouldn't be making it home from here, that's for sure. Maybe on a medium if you're lucky.
Yeah, and those Scuderia Quadrifoglio drivers, KZ and Fixer Chris, 13 and 15% of fuel, whereas the Dam drivers, Zuzu and Dale, 7%. So those BMWs really good on fuel here.
Just do a quick flick through and we'll see if any of them come out with mediums, because if they come out with mediums now, then they're trying to the end. As I just saw Apex cop a bit of grass there out in front.
Down in 5th position, you've got Ando looking to make a move on Zuzu. Gonna have the cut back and the good run out of that corner. Zuzu holding his line here. It looks like he's gonna be able to cover that move.
The only one I've got on mediums is Cap, and I think it's a middle stint medium by the look of it. He's still going to have another stop for softs. Close.
Yeah, Ando still hassling Zoo there, but Zoo's just come out on fresh tyres, so I don't know if he'll be able to make that move stick here. So KZ has jumped quite a few people, but he has short fueled. I'm actually surprised. Oh no, yeah, Fixer Chris has jumped Dale in the pits.
Yeah, definitely. He's a good 5.8 seconds in front. That was a hell of a jump.
Yeah, Dale has probably about 10% more fuel than Fixer Chris. So it's interesting. Ando is got the fuel to the end, but he is on worn tyres. So we'll probably have to make one more stop here.
I don't know where to look. There's so much going on. You don't know who's happening where.
Yeah, so you got Apex is 20, who's leading at the moment. It's 25 seconds to the good from Tombo. Although Apex will have to fuel again, and Tombo will just have to stop for tyres. So I think Apex has got this covered here, to be honest.
Certainly looks it. Against expectation for the car, not the driver, to pull this one off. But yeah, he's a pretty safe bet at the moment. Had you asked me before lap 1, I would have said, oh, maybe not.
Dragon in the chat's asking where Stefco is.
Oh no, Dale in
like
7th is taking an excursion on the grass. Lost a lot of time there.
I have Stefco stuck in the pits, unfortunately, inside GOAT. So he's probably out there invisible somewhere. And probably with those tyres wishing he was invisible.
Got Fixer Chris putting a lot of pressure on Ando in 6.
Well, that's going to let Zoo go, because Ando's going to have to start worrying about what's behind him and not what's in front of him. So Zoo's getting a little help thanks to the Fixer there.
Yeah, I think Fixer Chris needs to get past Ando as quick as possible, because I think after all these pit stops are said and done, I believe the fight is on between Chris and Zuzu for that 3rd position. So Ando goes very defensive here. He's trying to keep Chris behind him. Chris goes wide, trying to go around the outside. Does have the fresher rubber, and he gets a good run of that corner.
That should be enough.
Yeah, so they're going to go around this slight left-hander, and then that should be done. Yeah, Chris just, oh no, yep. Chris makes the move stick. I thought Ando was going to make a move there, but he thought better of it.
Yeah, this battle here is, I must confess, is what I was thinking was going to be close to the front end battle, McLaren and a BMW. But well done, damn boys. So far, you're proving me wrong. In saying that, it is Apex at the pointy end, but it is McLaren, BMW in second, third as well.
Yeah, so Apex is going to probably come into the pits here as the fuel gauge is flashing. I wonder if Tombo will follow him and just change his tyres.
No, he's staying out.
He's going again. If I'm Tombo, I might jump into the pits and try and do the undercut. Get a little bit more time on those fresher tyres.
And get KZ off your bum.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fight with KZ. That'll just slow him down. And yeah, Tombo goes into the pits. Oh, got very close to that pit wall there as he went in.
So that's going to be an 8-lap stint for Tombo, which he's proved they can do in those McLarens. Some cars can't handle the 8, they've got to do 6 or 7, but I think the McLaren's got that one down.
Yeah, so Tombo's in fresh air at the moment, so he won't be held up by anyone.
Dale seems to have dropped back a hell of a lot. He's 41 seconds behind Apex. He still does have a stop to go, but it won't be a fuel stop. It'll only be a 10-second tyre stop. But he has definitely dropped back there. And Cap's down in a position that I wouldn't have expected to see.
Yeah, Captain's still struggling in that Group 4 Jag. He's shown some very good pace in the Group 3, but the Group 4 is... that pace has eluded him a little bit, unfortunately. So, Dodgy, if you want to stay on Tombo, and I'll stay on Apex's, he will be coming into the pits. Be interesting to see where Tombo comes out relative to, or Apex comes out relative to Tombo.
Yeah, oh, Tombo's just lost it. He is into the wall, coming. Oh, he just regathers it, but it looks like Dale's going to grab him.
Done it again. The commentator's guess is trumped.
I don't think he's got a chance in hell of coming out near Apex now.
Yeah, so Apex is just leaving the pit box now and coming out.
Yep. As Tombo just comes into that last complex of corners, and I think Dale's going to take him there. Yep. Oh, bit of bump and grind. Yeah, he's just coming over the start line now. So Apex has definitely got a good lead on Tombo for the back half of the race, or sorry, the back stint of the race.
Yeah, so it's really hurt Tombo there. So even with KZ KZ needs tyres and probably a splash of fuel. Zuzu just needs tyres, and Chris just needs tyres. So at the moment, it looks like it might be Apex in first, comfortably with Zuzu in second and Fixer Chris in third once the pit stops are done.
Yeah, it looks like unless Tombo can pick up a few seconds on Chris now, that he will come out just behind Chris. Oh no, he looks like he's picked up that time. He's past Dale.
Yeah, so we might have a fight on here for third position, depending on where KZ comes out, between Tombo and Chris.
Yep. I don't think Chris is going in just yet. He might get another lap out of it. Try and use the freshest tyre possible at the end to defend against Tombo. But I think those McLaren boys, I don't think I saw either of them put on a medium, so they've been soft all the way through. Is that correct? Have you seen a medium on there, Adam?
No, I haven't. The only medium runners I've seen is Captain and DJ.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. DJ out of necessity, of course.
Yeah. So Chris is into the pits and KZ, so it'll be interesting where Tombo comes out.
Oh, Tombo collects that wall on the last corner again. So
Chris is just leaving his pit box now. As
Tombo's just coming around.
Oh, Chris needs to get out in front of Dale, which it doesn't happen. And you've got Ando hassling Chris here as well. So that's playing into Tombo's hands perfectly.
Yep, so once Zoo pits, if Zoo was to pit this lap, he could still come out in front of Tombo just.
Tell you what, we might have a gaggle of cars fighting for third position because we've got Dale, although no, he'll need to pit for tyres, so they'll put him 10 seconds down. Ando will go to the end. Chris will go to the end. I wonder if Tombo will try and go to the end as well. Oh yeah, he'll be going to the end, and so Zuzu.
Got a big battle for 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. They seem to be chopping and changing, and Ando's now hit the lead, but no.
They're trying to go through right
looks
around
like Chris is...
corner.
Oh, Chris and Ando seem to have a bit of a tap. Ando's off track. Oh, Dale's off with him. This is going to hurt.
Yeah, the winner out of that was Chris. Dale showing the rally capabilities of that WRX, taking the grass there. Oh, and they come together again.
Yep, and KZ is going, thank you, boys. Very expensive for Ando, that was. I think that probably going to see a trip to the stewards room right there.
Yeah, the big winner out of that was KZ. He's just it's in 5th position at the moment. And Zuzu's coming into the pits. So there goes Tombo. And Fixer Chris is about to come out. He comes out right behind Zuzu.
Okay, so we've got, what, 4 laps left. That should be everyone done and dusted once Dale comes out. Although I don't know where Goat, Corbin or Stefco are running at the moment. We will find out once the race is over, it'll tell us, but unfortunately, hopefully they're not giving anyone any taps or being run over by them.
Yeah, I think the battle that we're going to see is Zuzu should be able to chase down Tombo for second on that fresher rubber. Tombo's been out there on those tyres for, I think, the past five or so laps, so they are a bit worn.
Fixer Chris also has some fresh rubber behind there as well. He's looking quite quick. Doesn't look like he's trying to hang back anymore. He's definitely got the body language on that car of giving it a red hot go now to the end.
Yeah, I think Tombo is a sitting duck here for Zuzu, and if they start fighting, that's going to bring Chris right into the mix. So unfortunately that collision that Tombo had with the wall and the damage he got has cost him quite big here. He might not even make it on the podium.
He's almost got that wall again. I think he's grazed that wall about 3 times in this race, Tombo.
Yeah, the time just dropping to 3/10 just out of that corner for Zuzu. So those fresher tyres making the chasing down a lot easier.
I would think the perfect place to grab him if he can catch him in time is that banked corner. With those fresh softs on, he could cut it down shallow and take him on that corner if he plays the cards right. Oh, there you go. Got him before then. Pure speed of the WRX. He must have backed off a bit.
Tombo's on the grass and he's around.
Oh, he's lost it.
No. Just caught the grass and couldn't get it back on the black stuff.
Yep.
Quick enough, and yeah, just spun.
Something went wrong there because that was uncharacteristic of Tombo. For Zoo to get by like he did, I think Tombo must have had a distraction somewhere and it's just thrown him off track.
And now Tombo is under pressure by KZ. Oh, and they come together. Oh, and he gets collected by his teammate. His teammate hits the fence.
In the wall.
Oh no. A disaster here for a shake and bake.
There's no coming out of that gap either.
Oh, I wouldn't want to hear what's happening in the team chat if they are in team chat. That was, yeah, not pretty.
Did I see Dale's got himself a 1 second penalty too?
He does. First penalty we've seen tonight.
The only penalties I've really seen all week are pit lane penalties on the exit here. You have to be very careful. So I'm not quite sure where he would have got that one.
So yeah, at the moment we've got Apex Humper in first position with a 20-second lead over his teammate Zuzu down there in second. So 2 damn drivers, and then behind Zuzu we've got Fixer Chris in third, and behind him we've got his teammate KZ. So KZ has had a good recovery drive here after the spinning on lap 1.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 dam drivers and 2 Scuderia Quadrifoglio drivers. And then you've got Tombo back there on his little lonesome after all that on a rather worn set of tyres. Luckily he's only got about 2 laps to go. And then the third dam driver in 6th, Dale, who's got about a 1.8 second gap to Ando, but unfortunately is going to cop a 1 second penalty, which will most definitely see Ando get past him.
Yeah, so I think we'll stay on Ando on Dale here to see what happens with that 1 second penalty. I'm not sure where the burn zone is for this track. Do you know where it is, Dodgy?
It's after the banked corner, if I recall. As you go the left after the banked corner, it's just past there.
Yeah. So it is coming up for Dale. See if he'll be able to defend this position.
He's only got a 1.3 now.
Yeah, Ando's just... Oh no, Ando's backed off. That's strange.
That is strange. I think somebody needs to do something. I think Ando may have been kidnapped by aliens. The Ando we know does
Ando
not back
take
off.
A free position, yeah.
No.
So Dale holds that position after Ando backed out.
And we've got Apex. He's starting to flash on the fuel, but we know from earlier in the race that that meant nothing to him. He still ran out and did another lap following. Still got 18 seconds up on Zoo, but Zoo does have a lot better tyre as well. So, but I can't really see a change there over the next lap and a half. Fixer Chris is probably on more worn tyres than Zoo is, so I'd pretty much expect it, barring any incidents, to stay as is for your top 3 right there.
And as we say that, I might just give another shout out to our 3 remaining sponsors. The Plant Styling Company. The Plant Styling Company is bespoke plant styling service, specialising in lush living plants and designer pots that add a dramatic finishing touch to your interior spaces. Be it styling to sell, keep, work or shoot, our services cover all clientele. So check them out at theplantstylingcompany.com. We'd also like to thank AMS Excavations. AMS Excavations has been providing quality excavation service to Metro and Greater Sydney for the past 5 years. They are driven by their reputation for providing high quality work, and as true excavators, they will leave no stone unturned. So check them out at amsexcavations.com.au. And lastly, Brisbane Insurance Brokers. Brisbane Insurance Brokers has been recognised as the best in commercial and in industrial insurance. They can help with all manner of general insurance needs, including your personal insurance for your home or car. Again, check them out at brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au. So once again, thank you to all our sponsors for Season 10, and thanks to Jade Finance Australia for being our major sponsor until the end of the year.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks to all sponsors. As we see Apex coming around now on his final lap, his lead has shrunk by 2 seconds to Zoo, but looking at it here, the gap between Zoo and Chris has not changed much at all. So it's definitely looking like a Dam duo followed by a Scuderia Quadrifoglio duo for this race.
Yeah, probably not. Apex probably wasn't expecting to be in first position, but yeah, he's done great to I'll take out the win here. Probably shouldn't speak too early, might give him the commentator's curse.
No, it's a bang-up job by these guys. Hats off to them to be able to pull this off in that all-wheel drive. They know they've got some good power in that Rex. I don't think they were expecting to do this good, but I'm sure they're definitely going to celebrate that in their team chat afterwards, that they have done this well. Even Dale was not much prac this week, coming 6th so far. It's an awesome job by Dale as well, so good on you, Damn Racing.
Yeah, Dale down in 6th with little to no practice this week is really good there, so congratulations, Dale.
Here comes Apex through the last complex now, around the last corner, and there he goes, bit sideways for the finish line. Great job, Apex.
Yeah, and his Damn teammate and Damn team owner coming around the last complex. I think they would be ecstatic with the 1-2 here tonight. Congratulations, Zuzu, taking 2nd place. And followed closely Fixer Chris, Scuderia Quadrifoglio taking 3rd. And his team owner finishing behind him in 4th position, KZ.
Yeah, it's a damn shame for Tombo. He did have a bit of a dicey night, but he's come through in 5th. 5th is better than last, that's for sure. Followed by Dale from Dam in 6th, and Tombo's teammate Ando in 7th.
Yeah, coming around the last corner for 13R Autosports is Captain Lowside in that Jag. And unfortunately, we don't know where the rest are because they're stuck in the pits.
Yeah, usually they would pop up as finished if they had finished. It could be that we're missing a few of them. You never know, they could have dropped out on us. But it's definitely not saying the race is over. So there you go, Corbin in 9th. I'm going to take a stab that Stefco, yep, there you go, Stefco and Goat, sorry, in last place. Wow,
Okay.
what'd you think of that one, Adam?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, definitely wasn't thinking that the 4 drive cars would perform as well as they did here. Unfortunate for Tombo qualifying first. He had a few coming together with the wall and slight spin there, so that really compromised his race. So I think, yeah, the Damn guys will be going home very happy, Zuzu and Zoo. And the Shake and Bake boys will be going home a bit upset, I think.
Yeah, I think Shake and Bake must have had some, maybe something different in their tune this week. Because I have noticed in prac that they have been hard to keep on the track. I mean, this is a hard track to stay on anyway. But for both Tombo and Ando, who are proven seasoned drivers in wheel-to-wheel, to have all this trouble on this track, I've got to think that somewhere in that McLaren something is not happy, other than the driver.
Yeah.
And
All right.
look, before we wrap up, Adam, I just want to give a big kudos to the wheel to wheel guys and all the admin, and just let everyone know that we have managed to secure another sponsor coming into season 11, and this sponsor has come on board to help us get Assetto Corsa happening for wheel to wheel. So as of next season, hopefully we're going to have Assetto Corsa on the leaderboards for wheel to wheel. So that sounds very exciting.
Yeah, definitely exciting future ahead for wheel to wheel as we expand to Assetto Corsa. So if you'd like to jump in, find us on Facebook and join our Discord. And yeah, we've got a few options now for you in Gran Turismo 7 and Assetto Corsa.
Absolutely. And if you're watching the stream tonight, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, and catch our race again next week.
Yeah, and on that note, I'd just like to thank you, Dodgy, for joining me in the commentary box.
Happy to be here, sir.
Yeah, and Herb or Green Tea, thank you for doing the visuals tonight.
Yep. Welcome. My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
On that note, catch us at 7:30 for Division 2, which will be live on YouTube.